jawaabteedu waxay ahayd dawladda Mareykanka waxay ka qabanaysaa wixii anaga aan dhahno dawladda Mareykanka qabo waa kalsoonidaas inaan isku qabno anaga Soomaali hadii aan nahay wadankan anaga ku nool wadankan wadankii aan anaga tax ka dhiibno waaye waa wadankii gabar idinka dhalatayne ee Congress ka fadhiso intii aniga aan Congress joogo wadanka Soomaaliya biyaheeda dad kaleeta iyo badeeda dad kale ma qaadanayaan wadanka Mareykankana kuma taageerayo dad kaleeta in anaga ayna dhacaan marka taas ka seexda reer Minnesota gabadhii Congress u dirsateen way idinka war haysaa sidaad idinka u dareemaysiin dantaas ay u dareemeen madaxweyne Xasan Sheekhna.
Are you as sick and tired as I am? Hold on, let me get to it. Are you as sick and tired as I am about people always talking negative about America, putting America down? And here we just saw Representative Congresswoman Ilhan Omar standing up on a microphone, blasting out how America will do what Somalians want. She is one of many people of Congress that are of different nationalities, right? And became U.S. citizens and have taken congressional seats. And her loyalty is more so to Somalia than it is to the United States. We've got the Congresswoman out of Michigan, who's the same exact way. She's more committed to Palestine, to Palestinians and Arabs than she is to Americans in America. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let you see, we're going to show exactly what's been going on. Now, the media has been talking so crazy and reckless about Elon Musk and how he and DOGE are running the government, and they're doing that because they want to put a wedge in between President Trump and one of the most powerful, definitely the richest man on the planet, Elon Musk, because together that is an unstoppable force. You've got the resources you need, but even more important than the resources, you have got a tremendous amount of brain power. Now, you remember not too long ago when Democrats thought Elon was on their side, they considered him to be a genius. But all of a sudden, when he saw what was going on with the woke mind virus, he decided like, hey, listen, this is getting insane. This is getting crazy. And then they flipped and turned on him. And when he saw the light and realized that President Trump was nowhere near and nothing like how the media portrays him, and how they've been misrepresenting and spinning everything that's going on out of fear of exactly what's going on now. They knew that the one president that was coming in office that had not been bought, he wasn't a politician, he was a businessman. So there was no strings attached to him. There was no secret files that people had and said, if you say this, we'll expose that. Matter of fact, they had to make up stuff on him in order to have some type of relevance out there. And it didn't work, right? And rightfully so. Americans aren't stupid. We know what's going on. So what I want to do right now, I want to share with you what's going on. So you have USAID, all right? And now they have shut the doors as of yesterday on Monday, February the 2nd. The doors to that office was shut. Employees were forced to go back home and told they will not even have access to their networks, their intranet system or any of that. You know why? Because they found out what was going on there. They found that USAID, like other Democrat label policies, they give it a positive and a really sweet and nice name to make the American public say, right on, USAID, we want to do that. And then they give a sob story about how a woman and her child got fed a meal through the money from USAID. But what they don't tell you about is all the other BS that comes along with it. So real quick, I want to show you this list right here. And then I have some clips that I'm going to get into. But I want you to be aware of what's going on. Here's what USAID, the billions of taxpayer dollars that have been going into that organization that's supposed to be aiding people around the world, what we found out has been doing is adding aid to global propagandists. And there's a global agenda where they've been sending that money to freedom fighters who are there really to try to topple allegedly democratically voted in administrations, okay, doing the Democrats' bidding. And you're going to see proof of that. Here's some examples of some of the wasteful spending that's going on. Matter of fact, rather than me even show it to you, I'm going to allow the president's press secretary to share it with you. Here we go. So here is Caroline Levitt, the president's press secretary. She's going to share with us exactly what's going on. Let me make this a little bit bigger and listen to what she has to say about everything that's happening.
You're watching live coverage. through USAID over the past several years, these are some of the insane priorities that organization has been spending money on. $1.5 million to advance DEI in Serbia's workplaces, $70,000 for a production of a DEI musical in Ireland, $47,000 for a transgender opera in Colombia, $32,000 for a transgender comic book in Peru. I don't know about you, but as an American taxpayer, I don't want my dollars going towards this crap, and I know the American people don't either, and that's exactly what Elon Musk has been tasked by President Trump to do, to get the fraud, waste, and abuse out of our federal government. Thank you, guys.
If you're enjoying this video and you like the content, do me a solid, hit that like button. I will never ask you for a cash out. I'll never ask you for a super chat. You hitting that like is currency. It helps spread the video around and gets it to where other people can see it and become informed like you and I are. And if you aren't subscribed to the channel, subscribe. On this channel, I share sales strategy and political and current events. So hit that subscribe button. Once you do, click the notification. See that bell? Hit the notification bell and select all. That way you'll be notified when I upload new videos. Now let's take a look at here. And now here are the dishonest shade tree Democrats, Jamie Raskin and Ilhan Omar, the traitors, right? They're a traitor to democracy. They're
Elon Musk. You didn't create USAID. The United States Congress did for the American people. And just like Elon Musk did not create USAID, he doesn't have the power to destroy it. And who's going to stop him? We are. We're going to stop him. Elon Musk, you may have illegally seized power over the financial payment systems of the United States Department of Treasury, but you don't control the money of the American people. The United States Congress does that under Article 1 of the Constitution. And just like the president who is elected to something cannot impound the money of the people, we don't have a fourth branch of government called Elon Musk. And that's going to become real clear.
These people are enemies to the people, and I don't think people believe that. They don't realize that. Jamie Raskin has been on the front line of doing everything he can to subvert everything that should be right about this country. He wants illegals flooding in. He wants criminals having cashless bail. He constantly pouring in the BS lies about the president. And at the end of the day, nobody believes it. That's why President Trump was elected in. Now let's check out Miss Traitor, Miss I Love Somalia, but I'm a U.S. Congresswoman, Ilhan Omar, and her BS propaganda.
It is really, really a sad day in America. We are witnessing a constitutional crisis. It is really, really a sad day in America. We are witnessing a constitutional crisis. We talked about Trump wanting to be a dictator on day one, and here we are. This is what the beginning of dictatorship looks like. When you gut the Constitution and you install yourself as the sole power, that is how dictators are made. What Trump and Elon and all of their cronies are trying to do is take away the constitutional power of Congress. We get to decide. We have the power of the purse. We get to decide where money is allocated, and it's the executive's power to make sure that that money gets to where it needs to get.
Yeah, but see, that's the problem, Representative Omar. The money hasn't been getting where it's supposed to get. Hunger is worse than it's ever been around the world. We've got wars starting up everywhere. We've got uprisings. People are sick and tired of the woke mind virus leftist agendas that they're trying to spread all over the world. That's all that money is used for. That money is used to try to bribe political leaders to do things like create LGBTQ month. Do you know that they had $15 million to send condoms to Gaza? And we know in the Muslim area and Arabs, they don't even believe in practicing those types of things. So why are we spending $15 million on condoms to Gaza? It makes no freaking sense. But here, check this out here. Let's look at the actual list. This here is the actual list from the White House, the examples of the waste and abuse. $1.5 million to advance diversity, equity, and inclusion in Serbia's workplace. Why do American taxpayers need to send $1.5 million to Serbia for DEI? $70,000 for production of a DEI musical in Ireland. $2.5 million for electric vehicles in Vietnam. $47,000 for transgender opera in Colombia. $32,000 for a transgender comic book in Peru. $2 million for sex changes and LGBT activism in Guatemala. $6 million to fund tourism in Egypt. Hundreds of thousands of dollars for nonprofit linked designated terrorist T-word organizations, even after an inspector general launched an investigation. So it's being investigated and they got hundreds of thousands of dollars going to that. Millions to Echo Health Alliance, which was involved in research at the Wuhan lab, which is where we got COVID-19, where people had to take the jabs. Hundreds of thousands of meals that went to, let me zoom this in so you can see the name. I don't even want to say it because when I say that name, they'll definitely try to stifle my video. And it's right here. Let me take it down some. Right here, hundreds of thousands of meals that went to Al-Maida, but replace that with a Q, affiliated fighters in Syria, funding to print personalized contraceptive birth control devices in developing countries, hundreds of millions of dollars to fund irrigation canals, farming equipment, and even fertilizer used to support the unprecedented poppy cultivation and heroin production in Afghanistan. This is insane. This is what USAID has been using our taxpayer dollars for. And DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency, and Elon Musk gone in. And see, this is why the liberals are mad. They're mad because those woke progressive agendas are being shut down. Why do we care about a DEI opera in Holland or wherever it was? Why do we care about that? Where was it? In Ireland? Why do we care about that? Why do we care about $2.5 million for electric vans in Vietnam? A transgender opera in Colombia? I wanted to jump in here and really share some of the BS that's happening and really shine light on it, even though Elon and President Trump and the rest of the team are doing a phenomenal job. And if this was any other administration under any other name, this would be regarded as one of the greatest starts to a presidential administration ever. As a matter of fact, if he didn't do anything else, this comparable would be able to go against many of the president's entire term. So shout out and salute to President Trump, shout out and salute to Elon Musk, to the entire DOGE team. And as Americans, we have a right to know where every penny of our hard-earned dollars go. All right. First, it was illegal immigrants. Now it's plays and DEI events in Ireland and other places. It has to stop. The only way we're going to get the national debt under control is by doing what President Trump did. Pausing every payment, identifying where it's going, who it's going to, and what the agenda is behind it. And please understand this, that when you hear them say that they're funding freedom fighters, and you hear that coming from Democrats, just think about what they did to Joe Biden. In front of the American public, they ran a coup on this man. It was televised. That revolution was televised. They ran a coup and they inserted who they wanted. Think about that. And they consider that democracy. That's what they're fighting for. When they're fighting for democracy, they're fighting for the right to make the decision for all of us. And that is not what this country was founded on. This country is founded on each one of us being able to govern ourselves, but yet having a governing body that can make sure that all of the citizens can be heard. And as a collective, we can identify areas that we can all agree on, implement those things, and the areas that we don't, we can work to find a common ground. But by no stretch is the government supposed to make decisions for us. It's the other way around. They work for us, and it's time for us to continue to remind them of that. But we need strong leadership, transparency, in order for us to know. And thank God, President Trump and his administration are doing just that. Under the Biden administration, you couldn't get a straight answer on anything. So Carolyn Levitt is a breath of fresh air in the press room, transparency from day one. President Trump is a breath of fresh air in true leadership. And Elon Musk is a huge breath of fresh air. It does not hurt to have one of the richest and one of the smartest men in the world on your team. It's better to have them on your side than as an enemy. So I appreciate you for watching. And like always, if you haven't already, hit that like button. If you aren't subscribed, subscribe, share this video. And other than that, I want you to have an awesome day. And I'm Brian Maxwell, and I look forward to seeing you at the top. Over and out.